Hey everybody, Sarah here. It's Thursday the 7th of December. This is my video regarding um the last episode, not the last, the second special of Doctor Who, um, which was called Wild Blue Yonder. Sorry, I'm laughing because that was we had no idea where that episode was going. Yeah, alright, obviously there's going to be spoilers in this video. As I said in my last one, I'm not going into everything, every single thing about the episode, but like obviously there will be spoilers. So, I'm trying to think, all right, the first bit, like before the um what do you call it, bloody, I can't even think of it, before like the intro and all that, like the pre-intro scene, all that. Um, I wasn't sure who that person was supposed to be at that point until he sat under a tree and an apple fell on his head. And I was like, oh yeah, I can see who he is now. Um, yeah, so that was like the quick scene then, and I was like, what? I recognise him. Why do I recognise him? What's he from? And then I realised he was from It's a Sin, which was done by Russell T Davies. So it's not a surprise he was in that. Um, yeah, but I'm jumping ahead to the rest of the episode. So all right, I have to laugh because there's a point in there when Donna says about, oh, how hot was Sir Isaac Newton, and the doctor was going, oh yeah, he's hot, and like all that kind of stuff, and he was like, is that who I am now? Um, and then actually, before I carry on with that bit, you know what bothers me is where they say, actually, no, I'll get onto that near the end. Yeah, so he said, is that who I am now? And in the paper, it was like, I can't remember, was it on Monday? It must be Monday, it wasn't Sunday. Or Monday, I think it was Monday's paper, or maybe Tuesday's paper. They were going on about that, saying it's not Doctor Who, it's Doctor, um, oh, I can't remember the headline now. But they were, they were like, in Saturday's episode, the Doctor, or either the Doctor or Doctor Who, it's called a Doctor. You don't go Doctor Who, do you know? But yeah, it was like but something like in the episode, it turns out the Doctor is now gay, and I was like, no. Keep in mind, the Doctor was a woman before. The 13th incarnation of the Doctor was a woman before 14 was a man. So, and you didn't have anything coming up. Well, maybe it was stuff in the papers back then when Captain Jack first appeared. I don't know. I didn't look at the papers back then, but yeah, I was like, really? So what if he was? Um, yeah. So that happened, and then all right, and then it got to this bit where um the doctor was like looking at whatever it was, and then he like licked it. Oh no, Donna says it like, is it dangerous? And then he licked it, and then he pretended to be like, you know, something's wrong and all that. But he was like, no, because obviously he panicked. To be fair, they'd all panic. But yeah, and then she was in that room, and he was in another room, and then the doctor came. Well, yeah, at that point, I thought the doctor came into that room where she was. And then you saw Donna in the room with him. Which I just, but up until a certain point, I was like, I didn't even think, oh, that might be like their doubles or anything. I was like, they're doing like a time swing. I'll just describe it. Like, the, I mean, I know how I mean it in my head, but I can't put it into words. Like it could have been showing them in one room, then showing them in another room, and then showing them back in another room at different times. If you know what I mean, like they're both in the same room together. Whatever. You see, you're gonna kind of understand what I mean. I hope. So that's what I thought. And then it was even the point when the doctor went, "My arms are too long." I was like, "What? Longer than your last incarnation? Or last time you had this body?" Didn't think anything of that until Donna said the same thing, and I was like, "Hang on, what's going on here?" Then it clicked. That's not the doctor, and that's not Donna. Yeah, but like, I've been watching videos of people like, that's not the real one. But I was like, how the hell did I not realise until like the my arms are too long comment. Um, yeah, and then all right after that, it just got weird with the not so much the arms. It was the bit that I think creeped quite a few people out was when he like kind of went, oh, what do you call it, literally bent all the way back and then scurried after. Like that is creepy. I did not find the episode scary, but it was actually repeated the other night, and I didn't watch it because I was like, I didn't find it scary, but I'm not. I was when I first watched it. I wasn't watching it when I was in bed, so I didn't want to watch it while I was in bed, and then have nightmares that night. So yeah. Although I did switch it over just as the last bit came on. Um, yeah. So that most of that episode, like I was in. Okay, I had no idea where it was going, and no, nothing, not much had been said about the episode before that. So I was like, people thought there was going to be doctors doing it. Well, I mean, technically there was a doctor, there was David Tennant. Um, and I mean, that was a creepy episode. Two David Tennant. I mean, all right, it's not two David, one David Tennant, two doctors. I mean, technically it was a multi-doctor episode because it was two doctors. This one wasn't really the doctor. Um, yeah. All right. So then they got back to Earth. Right near the end of the episode, then they got back to Earth, and she rushed to the door to see her family. And the doctor was like, "Oh, maybe a day or two out." And this person, I was not expecting to be in this episode. I was expecting to be in the last episode, the last special. And then when she opened the door and Wolf was there, I was like, oh. I mean, obviously, like he's a big part of Doctor Who, and I'm not saying I'm not a fan of his. I am a fan of Bernard, and obviously Will. And but you know when people are like, I can't even describe it. It's like I'm a big fan of the Doctor. There was people that were a big fan of Will. Like I said, I am, but not as much as the Doctor. But even I was like, oh my god, it's Will. Um, yeah, I was thinking that. And it's strange when you saw the Doctor. Obviously, last time you saw the Doctor was gonna regenerate, and he looked like he was like David Tennant. And then he left, and then next time Will sees him 15 years later, he still looks like David Tennant. So he's like thinking, what? Yeah, so what was that, the last 2 minutes? Was it even 2 minutes? I'm not even sure it was 2 minutes. Probably was about 2 minutes. 1 minute, 2 minutes. Yeah, and then we'll see then. And when the credits come up, and then they had the memory of Dinner Clippings. And then I switched it over to watch the Unleashed, and obviously in that they showed a bit, or not a bit, but like I thought I would say a trailer for like the third special, but it turns out there's a trailer straight after the episode, which they didn't have the previous time, and it wasn't the same thing they showed on Unleashed. So when I did see this bit of like a trailer that was on straight after the episode, it really hit me right away, because they had to start to show him the regeneration energy, and I was like, no, you. Oh, and this is what I was going to say earlier is, and why the hell I'm tearing up. David, with your bloody regeneration. Yeah. What I was going to say earlier is, um, first special, when he's like, when he was talking about Donnie, he said, "Oh, I love her," or something like that, and he's like, "Oh, do I say that now?" Or however he worded that. And then, like I said, when he was on about Sir Isaac Newton being hot, and he was like, "Is that who I am now?" And somebody even said, like, sometime in the week was, he's starting to learn about himself, and then he's going to regenerate. So it's like, he's not going to learn much in that time. And especially when Russell had said that from the regeneration from Jodie to David up to the first special, that was literally like an hour. It was an hour between them regenerating, her regenerating into him, and him meeting up with Donna. So you can't even put adventures in between, because you've got straight into that for an hour, and then straight after that first special, they literally went straight into the second one, and then from the second one, it's going to go straight into the third one. So there's no like, back in the series where you could have like things in between, like I don't know, oh my god, I'm trying to think of an episode. What is that episode about? Fear Her. When you think of Fear Her in series 2, and then um, Army of Ghosts, it didn't go straight into Army of Ghosts, if you know what I mean. There was probably God knows how many um, adventures they had between those two episodes, in between those two episodes. So yeah, that just bothers me. It's like, that wasn't, say no, that was nothing, but he hasn't had any other adventures. It was just that. Well, there was that comic relief, uh, comic relief, children need special, but I mean, hmm. And that was the other thing I was gonna say was, somebody, actually, I saw it on Tumblr, but it was on I want to say Twitter, but it's not Twitter now, is it? It's X. Um, oh, it's not sure. I don't want to say it. It showed a trailer and the bit of bloody boat, not boat, what's the word? Thumbnail is a blimmin' regeneration. Where is that? Like, I'm looking at this Doctor Who thing now. Oh, picture. No, I don't want sound. It's like, who's ready for regeneration this weekend? Not me. Even though I know it's going to be a new Doctor. Where's Kane Fender? Sorry, I got distracted. Yeah. I know there's a new Doctor, but I don't want to see a new Doctor. I want David to stay. Where is that picture? It was from today. Not so much the picture, but the post. There. 8 hours ago, they posted a picture, like a split picture thing. The bottom picture shows the bit from the trailer where the regeneration energy is around his face. I mean, even if look at his face, it's like, oh, I don't want to go again. But it's showing that picture. Picture above it is from the end of time with literally, I don't want to go. That means there's 2 regenerations I can't watch now. Him into Matt and him into Putin. I think the problem with having David Tennant as 2 doctors, you've got to deal with 2 regenerations. This one with God and that. And the thing is, it's my mum's birthday that day. And what did she do today? Did I come out for dinner? Not for dinner, for tea. I think, let's see. I think she said it was booked for 7 o'clock. What time is Doctor Who on? 6:30. So I'm like, I couldn't say no because I mean it was her birthday. So I don't think she realised at the time, but and she was like, when I told her that, she was like, oh, you'll have to. I'll watch it before you and I'll ring you. And I'll be like, but you're dropping me back home, so I'll be watching it before you even get home. Why am I keeping that picture on there? Yeah. So she was. She said that, and then but then I was thinking, and I thought, well, the longer I don't watch it, the longer David Tennant's the Doctor. It might only be by a couple of hours, but because there's no way I'm not going to watch it on Saturday night. I am going to watch it on Saturday. I don't even know what time I'll be back, but I don't care. I'll watch it. Plus, if I'm going to be online, I'm going to be getting spoilers, and I don't want to be getting spoilers. I just got ready for bloody regeneration. Oh. And that's the problem. When Jodie regenerated into 10, I think it's that's why yeah. Alright, when Jodie regenerated into David, and then it was like, what was that? That was in October 22? I think it was October 22. And then we have no what we thought it might be like an episode like here in 23 and an episode there and an episode there. We didn't realise it was going to be like 3 Saturdays in a row at that time. Well, I think we did when they said, I think it said come in November. So I was like, that's like a whole year. Well, I think it was 13 months at that time. So I was like, oh, come on. But as it's getting closer, it's like, we've only got 3 episodes. So literally from when she regenerated into him, technically David Tennant was the Doctor. Okay. And then obviously when, like I went to the football on the 17th of November, and then I was thinking, oh, special starts next week. Come on, get to see David Tennant. But then as soon as I started watching, I was like, all right, that's one episode down. There's only 2 episodes left of it. And then last week, I was like, there's only one episode down. So like people were like, oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait to watch Doctor Who and all that. But if you're a David Tennant fan, as much as you want to watch him as the Doctor again, you're getting closer to that regeneration. That's the only problem with it being 3 specials. Although the thing that does bother me is the episode, or in the trailer, when they show that regeneration starting. I don't know about the classic Doctor Who, but I'm pretty sure when they've had trailers for like Parting of the Ways, The End of Time, they definitely didn't do it at the End of Time, but Parting of the Ways, I don't know. The End of Time, I'm pretty sure there wasn't. The Time of the Doctor, I'm pretty sure there wasn't. The Toy Stop on the Doctor, I'm pretty sure there wasn't. And definitely with Josie in The Power of the Doctor, pretty sure there wasn't any clip in the trailer of a regeneration. I'm pretty sure there wasn't. Like I said, there wasn't for the End of Time, because if I'm going to remember any episodes, it's going to be from David Tennant's era, first era. That's going to be weird to get used to saying as well. Yeah. So the fact that he's shown the start of a regeneration, that I know people know he's going to regenerate, but people knew 9 was going to regenerate, and 10 and 11 and 12 and 13, so that's what's making me think. Does that start, but then something else happened? I have no idea. I mean, they still haven't worked out how he ended up with that face. Unless that's going to get explained, I don't know. But in my head, 40's going to be around and somehow 15 will be as well. That's what's going on in my head. I'm not letting go with 14. I'm about to let go with 10, I'm not letting go with 14. Yeah, do you know what? I don't even know how I'm going to make a video next week. Yeah. Oh, God, I'm not looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the episode, I'm not looking forward to the regeneration. And yeah, when I was talking about Bernard Cribbins, it turns out that scene was the only scene he done was at the end of the episode, so he's not in this week's episode. Yeah, so I'll see you in my next video, which might be before Thursday. I'm not sure. I was going to try and get this uploaded before 12 o'clock, but it's now 12 o'clock. It's gone 12 o'clock now. I've been thinking too much about damn regeneration. Yeah, so I'll see you sometime next week about my video. Not about my video, with my video about a giggle. And that regeneration. I'm just thinking, what is this hospital going to be? They better not dare have him say, I don't want to go again. I mean, I can't even remember what. I can't remember what Matt's was. I mean, Jodie's was Tag, you're it. And yeah, we know what 10's was. But I can't remember what Matt's was. But David's was the most emotional, so they better not do it this time. Yeah, anyway, I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.